We got an urgent crypto and Bitcoin update as we speak right now. It is about 8:19 a.m. Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. And I'm seeing some patterns that Bitcoin is doing right now that I want to share with you guys. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated in real time when we drop these market updates, newsletters, and deep dives. So let's dive into the charts. So this is the Bitcoin chart on the 12-hour. And these are the Stargate signals. You got the vertical green line, which is your prepare to buy soon signal. You have your vertical blue line, which is your buy now signal. You have your vertical red lines, which are your sell warnings. And then your vertical yellow is your sell now signal. We actually are on this current candle right now. We have a vertical yellow line, but this candle has about 11 hours and 40 minutes left for it to close. So it's not yet confirmed. But the price of Bitcoin is currently trading at $27,700. So what I'm seeing as far as a pattern goes is kind of this pop-up that we did back, what was it, January 10th, around that time frame. What we saw was we saw a huge kind of melt up. We saw Beanstalk up. But then along here, we saw a sell now come in on the 12-hour. Right at this kind of local bottom before popping up one last time and then going sideways for a bit. So if we compare this and this vertical yellow line that's flashing right now to where we're at currently and how this vertical yellow is flashing right now, and let's kind of zoom out and look at these similar patterns if I were to kind of make the chart naked and look at the patterns of what happened in January versus now. All right, so now we got the chart naked and we're comparing this point where we're at currently right now to back here at that point, right? So let me show you why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this pattern right here and then I'm gonna move it over to where we're at currently. All right, so I just stacked it right exactly on it. So this is the move from back here to right here. And this kind of dipped down to 20K. That was the Silicon Valley Bank and all that drama, the almost black swan moment. So basically, if we didn't have that, let's just erase this right here. It kind of matches what the structure probably would have been like of us kind of coming back down and us curling up just a little bit and less of like a sharp move down, right? So you can see that, you know, we have a pop up here. We go sideways. We have another pop up. We kind of do a upward sloping kind of channel here. And then we ultimately have a crash back down, but we don't go lower than our point back over here, just like back over here as well too. So where are we at, right? And what's coming for Bitcoin? I believe we're in a phase of consolidation before having one more little beanstalk up here, which is currently sitting at 30K, and that's a key macro level, and I'll show you why. But first off, when would this happen by? Let's see. So if we go all the way down here, it would happen. Let me zoom in. So it looks like it would happen by the 24th at 8 UTC time. So basically by tomorrow at 8 a.m. New York time, we would see Bitcoin hit that level. And another reason why this matches so perfectly is because if we throw those Stargate signals up and we compare fractal patterns with the signals as well too, I mean, we had sell warnings coming up and a sell now right there, right? And then we had sell warnings coming up and we have a sell now right there as well too. And then if we pull up these bottom indicators and show you kind of what was happening in the MACD at this time, right? We saw a big move up, came down, we saw a little kind of two red bars, and then we popped up for our final kind of beanstalk. So now if we look right now, right, I mean, we saw one so far, we saw two. So technically by 8 p.m. New York time, we'll fulfill those two bars and we'll see that pop up come to fruition. So it should happen tonight from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Friday. So let's see if this pans out, but it's looking very eerily similar to back in January. But what's the dollar doing? Because we all know at this point the correlation between the dollar and Bitcoin and crypto at large. So the dollar right now is testing a key level because we're taking this low that we set back in February here, February 2nd, we're taking that low, and then we take this high and we take the Fibonacci retracement, right? So we grab it from that point all the way up and we stretch it out. And where could it retrace to, right? Right to the 786. So boom, 786 right there. And that's exactly where we came down to in the past 12 hours here, and we wicked up from it. So what we really need to see is us come down again to the 786 and melt down through it. If that happens, then the confirmation of Bitcoin doing that little beanstalk up to 30K gets larger and larger, the probabilities behind it. But I would say that we probably wouldn't stop there, because if we zoom all the way out now and we look at kind of the past horizontal lines of support, this was back in June of 2022 when we found support on it with the dollar, and then we continued to melt up. Then we came down here to it in February. And if we come down and break it here, we could see the dollar come down to 100 and then 97. That's about, like, let's see, a 4% move down for the dollar, which could happen pretty rapidly like it did back here. And that would cause cryptos to melt up violently. So we're sitting at that key level right now, and we're on the weekly chart now and nailed the top up here and some tops up here. But we came down, we tried to reclaim that EMA ribbon. Right now we're getting rejected back down. So breaking that 786 will be crucial for a continuation of the meltdown in the dollar, which will be very beneficial for crypto. Now let's go back to the 12-hour chart for the dollar. And what we're seeing here is that we flipped from bullish to bearish in the EMA ribbon back here around October, November last year. And then we crossed down below the 200 moving average, which is that yellow line. We got rejected this whole way. And then back in February, we actually broke above. We flipped it back green. We held it as support, but we couldn't get that EMA ribbon to cross above the 200 moving average. So this was a failed kind of, it was just a relief bounce. You know, we just needed to do a little relief. And then right now, what we saw was the EMA ribbon flip to red now. And now we're seeing the momentum shift heavily to the downside, and we're sitting at the 786 retracement, which looks like it's gonna break. So now I'm on the daily chart, and let's take a look at these void lines right here. They're color coded, and I'm gonna explain them real quick. All right, so you notice how we go from green to blue to purple to red to orange to green to blue to purple to red to orange to green, right? Let's go back to the last time we saw the crypto bull market, which was, or the start of the crypto bull market and the end of the bear market, which was back in 2020. So back in 2020, we saw the same similar action where we had kind of broke down below the 200 moving average here. We flipped the EMA ribbon from green to red. We came down and we saw the blue to purple to red to orange to green. And as soon as we went to the green and we started rolling back over, we saw another meltdown in the dollar. And that was July of 2020, which really started to accelerate our uptrend for the bull run of 2020 to into 2021. So we see that color coding and how it's same similar movement. Now let's look at where we're at in present day. Looks very similar, right? So we still had that purple to red to orange to yellow to green. You know, we had our low here, we have the green, and we have the mouths opening up. And we're rolling over here. Same similar action to back here. You have the mouths opening up. You had the green. We're rolling over here. So this is extremely positive for cryptos at large because when the dollar goes down, cryptos usually go up. So this morning I spotted the trend of the dollar coming down, seeing some cryptos pop up here, and we caught some Femex trades. So down a little bit on this Gala one, but it's light leverage, so I'm not worried about it. But right now, I'm up 157% on Litecoin. Right over here, down 40% on Quant. But over here, up 71% on XLM. XRP, up 192%. And then up 65% on XRP, another kind of contract trade. So overall, it looks like, you know, solid P&L today. So there's a lot of signs right now with the dollar and crypto at large, that dollar breaking down, crypto going on another little melt up here. So if you want to get updated with these trades and kind of get involved with what we're doing or get access to the Stargate signals, come join the Discord. The link will be in the bio. And when you get into there, ask for how you get the signals and how you want to make these proof of gains over here. Look at Chacon 369 with an 800% gain in one day. Crazy stuff. So come join Stargate, link in the bio.